So next we're going to be showing you how to attach a hairband onto your base. So we're going to use it on one of our little top hats, which we have available in a wide variety of shades. So first you need to decide which side of your head the piece is going to be sitting onto. So in this case we decided it's going onto the left side. So all we're going to do is you're going to see on the back of every piece, you'll see that there's a centre seam of where they've sealed it off. So that will be your centre back to your piece. So you're going to correspond that your hairband is going to sit the opposite direction to there. So we don't need to decide on the exact positioning as of yet. So all we need to do is just hold it to one side in the centre so that the seam again is running centre to your hairband. We're going to use our needle and thread. Again, I'm using white just to show your colour, but use the same colour as the base. So we're going to secure our hairband on, and I'm just going to bring my needle and thread straight through. Just mind your thumbs and fingers. And back through again on the opposite side of the band. And through again. Now when you can pull your thread, you'll see that it's already starting to secure itself on, so you can actually hold it in from the opposite side, which makes it easier once you've layered it through a few times. And you're just going to make sure that your outer threads are tidy. Just give them a little pull if they need that. Tighten them up, and again when it's in the same colour as your base you'll barely even notice the threads on it. Just going to bring them through again. Build up a few layers of it, and then you can cut your thread, and as I said, separate your two threads and secure it with a few knots. I think that the silver hairbands work the best because it's a metal hairband. You can slide it into your hair. You can purchase satin covered ones as well if you feel that you don't want the silver to be showing. I think that they're all possible to hide into your hair, but if you're very aware of it, then the best thing to do is go with one of the satin ones. When using a satin hairband though, from the very beginning you have to decide the exact location and position of it, because once you have it stitched in you won't be able to slide or manoeuvre it into the position that you want it to sit. Whereas with the silver ones you can then afterwards slip and slide it into the exact position that it needs to be before securing it finally. It just makes it a lot easier, and also they're much more comfortable I think to wear on the day because the outer edge of the hairband flicks out so it doesn't dig into behind the ear, so I don't think that it causes any pain on them. We have them available here in this width and also a narrower width. These ones are 150 each and our narrower ones are 125. So I'm just going to start by securing it onto the opposite side. Again using the exact same process. Before I stitch through I made sure that my centre is still running to the back. Just make sure that your outer edge is staying very tidy and that you've secured it a good couple of times from the inside. Now I'm going to cut off my thread again, and then I'm just going to place it down on the table and secure it again with a few knots. Now next I'm just going to show you how to position it onto the actual head. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sit the hairband that it sits behind the ears. You'll be doing this on your own actual head, so do it in front of a mirror, and you can decide which side you're going to sit your hat onto. So we decided earlier it was going onto the left. So you can just see you can slide it because it's on the metal hairband. At this point you don't have to make your decision yet because you can bring it to either side that you wanted it to sit. So I'm just going to show you now as well from the opposite side. I'm just going to slide to the other side to show you that you can be versatile with it. So I think that would be a nice position for it, so that's where I'm going to secure it to make sure that it doesn't move anymore. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to go back to using the Petersham as I did earlier on in other videos. I'm just going to slowly take it off the headpiece so that it doesn't move from its position of where we've decided it's to go, and sit it onto its base. So next we're going to decide the length of the Petersham by just lightly sitting it over, making sure that it's sitting to the hairband and on both sides it's covering the threads. So I'm going to cut the length that we need. And then we're just going to add a layer of glue on. just making sure there's enough on both edges of where I want it to sit to the threads. Just be very aware of it's quite warm. Now if this gets stuck in a place and you need to move it again, you can whip it off and peel off that glue and start again. So don't worry if you feel you're going to put it in the wrong place. So I'm just making sure that I cover the threads where I've stitched earlier. Sitting it down to the base. I'm just going to leave all of that go onto the hairband. I can cut that off afterwards if I need to. Just make sure that it's sitting the entire way around. And I've made sure that the Petersham is covering the threads there from where I stitched. And to the opposite side where I stitched. I might remove this afterwards, it's a little bit long. Now you can feel from the underneath that it's already dried. It's cooling down quite fast. So by doing this, what we've done is we've secured the hairband so that the hairband can't go into the piece. So what could happen is the hairband before would have been able to pop right into the centre of the headpiece, which means then it wouldn't have sat around behind your ears correctly. So now it can't actually move in, but you still have the accessibility that it can move back and forth. So you can still tilt it as forward as you want or tilt it back as far as you want without the risk of your hairband coming away from it. I just think we went a little bit long there, so I'm just going to show you actually how you could actually peel it straight off. Just bringing it back slightly, you can actually see the glue has just dried clear. I'm just going to peel that back to where I want it to and just cut it there. Now just straighten that up a little bit. Now I'm just going to pop it back onto the mannequin's head just to show you its secured position.